Hello there, runNers. It's Manny again, and we got some topics to cover, including Club Run Disney just went on sale, so we'll go over that. And the medals drop for Halloween, Disneyland Halloween 2025, so we're going to go over that. So before we do, as usual, guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below anything you guys want to comment on. And most importantly, share this information. There's a lot of information floating out there. Some of it is not accurate. So let's go ahead and make sure that we get the accurate information out there. But without further ado, let's get to today's first topic. So first off, Club Run Disney went on sale yesterday for the mere mortals. And that's the ones who are not renewing. And so I'm going to go over what happened starting with the renewals. So first up to renew was Platinum, and Platinum renewed. It didn't look like many people gave up their slots because when it was time for Gold to renew, which I am Gold, and again, I didn't get on there right away, but there was no Platinum spots left. Now again, I didn't want to move up to Platinum. It wasn't worth the money for me, but I thought that was kind of interesting because I didn't log in that far after the notification hit that it was open, but it was already sold out. Now, when we got to silver, there was some slots open, and so some of you were able to get to gold. I know for a fact 2 people that reached out to me said they were able to upgrade to gold. So now I'm gonna forward to yesterday. So yesterday, when the mere mortal registration started, I actually logged on to see what was going on. And the thing that stood out was almost right away, Gold and Platinum were completely sold out, so all that is left, and as of today, it's still left, is the silver. So first off, I'm gonna go over, do I think that silver is worth it? Keep in mind that all you're gonna get is you're gonna get the box with all the goodies. So you're gonna get to have Club Run Disney on your bib also. I think it's a magnet, a shirt, not a shirt, but you're gonna get a box full of stuff, and that's gonna be about it. So you don't get to register early, you don't get to go into the expo early, no corral placement in front, you're not gonna be able to move up, that kind of stuff. So here's where I think it's worth it. If you're looking to renew next year, you notice I said I know of 2 people, this is a fact, 2 people that I know were able to go from silver during that renewal period, were able to go to gold. So I do believe year after year, there's gonna be people that are gonna drop, so there's gonna be chances of moving up. If you already have silver, then you don't have to worry about the mere mortal registration. So if you purchase it right now, then next year, you're going to be able to register early, and if there is a slot for gold or possibly even platinum, then you can move up. Again, that's the only way I see it's worth it, but you got to remember it's going to be about $300. I don't see it going down in price. I see it maybe staying the same, or as we already know, Disney will bump up the prices. So you're going to be paying $300 just for a box full of stuff and to have Club Run Disney on your bib. And you're still going to have to go through regular registration. So it's really up to you, but I do suggest that if you really want to get rid of that headache and you want to chance it, because it's not a guarantee. So next year, maybe everybody in Platinum and Gold renews, so there's not going to be any new slots. It's kind of like the Lambeau Field. Those tickets, they keep renewing, so it's hard to get in there. So it's not an impossibility, but again, it's not a for sure thing. So if you think it's worth it to put down the $300 for a future investment, that's up to you. So now we're gonna switch over. We're gonna talk about the villains, the theming for the Halloween Run Disney event at Disneyland, and the medals just dropped. We are actually gonna go ahead and look at the blog. So let's go ahead and do that. So hello there, we're gonna go over the medals, and so they were dropped on a blog, so we're going to take a look at them. We're going to read everything. So as usual, I'm going to start on the runDisney.com page, and on the top right hand it's going to say community, and Run Disney blog is the second one, so we're going to hit that one right there. We're going to come up, and the first one, frightfully fun finisher medal revealed for the 2025 Disneyland Halloween Half Marathon. I'm going to read this all, calling all creatures of the Run Disney night. The Disney, of course, it's going to be in the morning dark, but it's going to be dark. The Disneyland Resort is brewing up a delightful, devious race weekend this fall, and we're creeping closer to the moment you've been waiting for. First look at this year's spooktacular finisher medals. from Erie Miles. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And at the top, we basically see the first medal that we are going to see, but we're going to look at each one of them individually. So the first one is going to be Maleficent. We're just going to look at it, medal reveal, because we're going to look at them individually. And basically, it's the same thing that states before, calling all creatures of the Run Disney night, so forth and so on. From Erie Miles to chilling challenges, each event promises not just mischief and magic, but a medal that's worth every wicked step. Take a peek at the ghoulish goodies that await. So the first one we're going to look at right here is Ursula, the 5K. So I like this medal. It's really, really cool. It's got the two eels that are coming out on the side. I know they have names. I can't remember them. But it looks like it's underwater because you see the bubbles. And of course, her tentacle arms are there. And the 5K is in this really, really cool kind of algae. So of course, it makes it more eerie the way it looks. So it's kind of like an algae feel. And one of the things I've noticed, and I'll talk about this later on too, doesn't seem like it has any moving parts. I tried to look at it from different angles, did not see that. Alrighty. So now we're going to go to the 10K, which is Cruella. Cruella de Vil. And so if you look at it, it's just Cruella. We got the puppy paws. And if I counted correctly, I saw 6. There's one in the middle of the 0 in the 10K. So I like the way the 10K is made with the bones, because of course puppies love the bones, and so they love to chew on the bones and stuff. So it was pretty cool. Overall, it looks pretty eerie also. But again, if I look around, I don't see any moving parts. The only thing on top maybe, but it wouldn't even make sense unless it's some kind of a different kind of spinner. But usually when they have a backside to it, they'll show you the backside, or at least it'll come up sometime soon. So we're going to move over to the half marathon. That's the one that we saw earlier. And this is Maleficent. And Maleficent looks eerie, evil as usual. So if you noticed, all the thorns are all around her. Again, I'm going to say this with the same thing as the last two. It doesn't show to be anything like moving parts. I do think there is a possibility that maybe some of the thorns move, but I just don't see it. The more and more I look at it, it looks like it's just a stationary metal, which is okay, because more moving parts means more chances of it breaking down. As we scroll up, we see Pain and Panic for the challenge. I think this is really, really, to me, this is the coolest one, just because I'm a big fan. You see Hades is angry behind him. He's in his blue, and he's got the little lightning bolts. You see the lightning bolts all around, including the yellow ones, which means, again, Hercules. But he is angry, and so he's casting them out, is from what I can tell. Again, I don't see any kind of mover or any kind of any part of the metal that's going to be moving or bouncing or doing anything. I do like, and notice the one on the 19.3, that's also a lightning bolt. It's kind of like a little different lightning bolt that they have there, which I think is a really, really cool little feature. Again, I like the medals. I like the fact they're not going to be, I don't think they're going to be movers, or they're going to be spinners, or there's going to be bouncers, or going to be anything like that. Maybe lights or anything. I don't see that right now, but they're very simple and I like them, okay? The kids runs right here. So this is a very simple one right in front of Peter Pan's flight, if you can tell. So this is the kids run. It looks really, really cool. If you notice, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell are on there also. And of course, the compass. And Captain Hook in his evil, just, so sure of himself state. I really did think that maybe they should have added Mr. Sneed. The one thing I noticed, and again, these runs are at Disneyland, but at Disney World, they just debuted that Villains show, and three of the actors are live, which include Cruella, Maleficent, and Captain Hook, and all three of them are in this race. So this would have been perfect on the other coast, but that's it. So let's see what it says here. Don't let time fly faster than a witch on a broomstick. Start prepping now for the official training plan. And we are going to be talking about training in future videos. And for a finishing touch, stay tuned for frightfully festive gear to match your villain era. So I look forward to that. They usually have, I like the merchandise, especially for the villains. So which medal are you most excited for? Let us know using a hashtag DLR Halloween Half and tag at runDisney across Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. For the latest events, news, and updates on race weekend, runDisney, visit runDisney.com. Like I've always said, just go there first. I'm secondary. I kind of will break down what I think they mean and go from there. But that's it for this. So let's go back and let's review what I thought about this. So I think they're very, very cool. I really, really do like these medals. They seem very simple. People have been asking, do you see any kind of spinners, any kind of bouncers, any kind of gadget within the medals? And my answer right now is no. I took a really, really good look. I actually blew them up as much as I can, was looking at them. I didn't see anything that indicated there's a spinner, a moving part, anything like that. Could it be that I looked at it wrong? Yes. I just don't think so. I think that if it's going to be something, it's going to be minor. I think for Ursula, it would be really, really cool if her tentacles moved a little bit. I think with Cruella, there's a possibility that that top part might spin around, or it might spin around there. But again, it doesn't make any sense of why it would spin around. Pain and Panic, I thought would really be cool if they were like little bouncers, because they're running away from Hades. So I thought that would be a very, very cool one. And of course, the spikes, the metal spikes, or I'm not the metal spikes, the wooden spikes around Maleficent, I thought that would be a cool spinner. From what I can tell, there's nothing there. So I do not think so. Now, on the flip side, I'm going to say this. When you add that extra element, the spinner, the bouncer, whatever it is, you add more chances of it breaking, chipping, whatever you want to call it. So I don't dislike this. I actually think this is really, really cool. I like the medals. I think that Disney has basically spoiled us with these elaborate medals. They're really, really cool, and they bounce, they do everything, but then people start complaining, it broke, and more chances of it breaking down. So I don't think this is a bad thing. You're still going to get this big medal. It's going to be really, really cool. I actually thought one thing for the kids run, I thought that they should have added Mr. Sneed. He's always with Captain Hook, so I thought that would have been a great addition. What are your thoughts? Did you like the medals? Did you not like the medals? Is there anywhere that you thought maybe we could have added a spinner, a bouncer, something to that effect? So thank you very much for putting up with me again. Now, I interacted with some of you guys, not only online, but live at Disney, and we were talking about training runs, and somebody brought up a great point about speed work, how it works. So my next video, which should be coming out very, very soon, look out for it possibly this week, is going to be talking about speed work. I'm in my training right now, so I'm going to go out there and I am going to talk about speed work. So look out for that one. But that's it for this video. Thank you very much for putting up with me again. Create a magical day, create a magical run, and guys, see you sooner than later.